Coming up on this edition of Talk of the Town, live today from the U.S. Bank Studios in Cambridge, Valerie Frazier from the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department here to talk about their annual festival. Also on today's show, from the village of New Concord, we've got Charlotte Colley alongside Leisha Price. They're going to tell us about some of the events going on with NCAARD. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, Tim Pollock here to tell us about the Storytelling Festival in New Concord. Exciting stuff on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, Ohio, it's Talk of the Town.
And here it is again, another week of Talk of the Town, live today from the beautiful U.S. Bank Studios here in gorgeous downtown Cambridge. It's your boy, Jeremy Scott, in the cockpit, of course, once again. And, of course, manning the controls, turning the knobs with great aplomb, per usual. Our producer, man, Mr. Adam Green. Hi, Adam.
Good morning, man. I'm loving this temperature.
Good morning, man. Speaking of morning, man, how about Adam Green in his new role as the Kickin' Country KC 105 heir apparent to Becky Reinhardt?
That just means that you and I get to spend more time together.
Which is just a scary thing, which is why I think these shows have become even more deranged ever since you started doing that. But you know what? We make the irreverent relevant, and that is what we do each and every week on Talk of the Town. And joining me right now, I'll tell you what, we have somebody who is an old veteran at this. She's an old pro at this. I have from the Antrim Fire Department, Valerie Frazier. How you doing, Valerie?
Good morning.
Hey, listen, you guys, it's that time of year once again. It seems like every year you are up here telling us how it's going to be the best one yet, and it just does seem to grow each and every year. This volunteer fire department does this amazing festival each and every year. So when is it this year?
It's August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Okay.
It's always the first Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We start at 5 o'clock every night with food, games, entertainment. There's something different every night, but there's a lot of the same stuff you can count on year after year.
So where does it take place?
At the firehouse in Antrim. We've got a brand new parking area, graveled parking lot off of up behind the firehouse. If you come off of 22, we'll have signs marked for everybody. It's an easy walk back down to the firehouse, and we have, for those that can't make that walk, there's parking down front.
So it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday event then?
Yes, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night.
So you say that there's a little something different each and every night.
We have live music.
Okay.
There'll be music Thursday night. There's a nice band coming in Friday night. And the Chestnut Hill Bluegrass Band will be there on Saturday night. They're a huge favorite. They play to the crowd for sure. And each night we have fast food. Homemade noodles, barbecued chicken we do there at the firehouse.
Now wait a minute, this is better than fast food. Come on now.
We've got homemade pies and other desserts. Our ice cream section, you can get multiple flavors of soft serve ice cream made right there. With a raffle, I mean, we do the raffle every night, but every night there's different prizes. Lots and lots of prizes to give away each night. And then there's a huge special raffle, several items that you can buy tickets all 3 nights. And they raffle off at the end. There's a gun raffle the 2 guns are going to be given away on Saturday night at the end of the festival. The nickel pitch. Save your nickels, pay your kids in nickels for chores. They come out and they throw nickels on dishes that are donated. Some really nice sets and stuff that are out there. The nickel lands on the plate or in the cup. They get to take it home with them. So we have little kids and we have big kids.
I was going to say, that sounds
doing
like
this for decades.
Fun for all ages. Yeah, there's something that benefits everybody with that one.
Absolutely. There's something there, and neighbors get to see each other, outside of the barn, outside of work. It's a nice place to go rest, relax, enjoy it. And we are revamping the kids' games this year. Yeah. So there'll be some Carnival kids' games. They can, for a couple dollars, come in and play all the games. They get prizes. And then there's just something fun for everybody to do.
So you mentioned Chestnut Hill will be there on Saturday.
Yes.
Who is the act on Thursday and who is the act on Friday?
We are still finalizing our Thursday.
Oh, wow.
But we will have somebody.
TBD.
Yes, absolutely. You got to come out and see who it's going to be. Friday night we've got the Dusty Covers Band. So
oh, yeah.
There's always live music. It's fun. It's designed to just create a good atmosphere for everybody to enjoy their time in. And Thursday night is the royalty contest at 6. We will have a new queen, new prince and princess, and there's always the adorable baby contest. Mm-hmm. Then Friday night is our parade. It is such a big deal. We shut down State Route 22 at 7 o'clock.
Wow.
And then we go from the west side of the town to the firehouse is where it ends. And there are free entry for anyone, walking, bicycles, 4-wheelers, horses. Company vehicles. You want to do a little free advertising, best thing you can do, come out, get into the parade lineup between 5:30 and 6:30, go through the parade, and then go get some chicken after.
All sounds good to me. So who is the outgoing queen and who is the incoming queen? Or can we not spill those beans yet?
I can't tell you who's going to be the new queen yet, but I can tell you Chloe Bertram was excellent last year. She came up from South Carolina, stays with her grandparents in the summer, and she ran for queen to help support the fire department.
So is she originally from South Carolina? Is she originally from here?
She's from down there. Her parents are from here. So she's, still kind of a hometown girl from a little farther away. Yeah. But she came up just to support the fire department. That's what it's all about. It's raising money and awareness, and it gives us a chance to see our community and our community to see all of us. Yeah, and let's get back to that because that's a very important point that you touched upon there, Valerie. This all does go to support the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department. Yes. And so what will it pay for exactly? Equipment upgrades, maintenance, building maintenance and upgrades, training. Safety equipment is a big thing. It costs a lot of money to put basic safety gear on a firefighter to enter a structure. The equipment for car accidents, tractor accidents. We want to be prepared for everything that we could be called for, and that stuff costs money to have. It costs money to be able to have the training for it, and we have done some amazing trainings over the last few years that just builds up our skills and our ability to respond. And I know that you guys were active in getting those mailboxes and everything like that. So the address signs. Yeah, yes. The address signs. And we'll have those there as well. Okay. Residents can come out and buy the green reflective address signs. We'll put the numbers on them, and you'll be able to either take them with you that night, or if we don't get them done on time, I will deliver them after the festival. And again, this is all because a lot of the people served by the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department are in rural areas, so if a first responder ever needs to get to you, well, they can kind of have a little bit of a hard time finding your house if you don't have that reflective sign. So make it easier on them. That way, that enables them to help you a little bit better. Again, Valerie, before we wrap this up, remind people of the dates and the whereabouts. It's August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the Antrim Firehouse. That is State Route 22 east of Salt Fork. Can't miss us. We're right there on the state route, and it starts at 5 o'clock each night. And again, this is a tried and true tradition. Go and check that out. Be a part of the parade. As Valerie said, that's free advertising. If you are somebody out there who would like to give yourself a free, cheap plug, I mean, I guess free and cheap are two different things. So it's a free plug. It's not even a cheap plug. And again, this is August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd that you can go out there and check out this festival. Valerie, always a pleasure to see you. We'll be talking to you on the radio next week. Yes, next Tuesday. Look forward to that. It is Jeremy Scott, and hey, listen, that is segment 1 of Talk of the Town. We got 2 more segments coming up right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys to teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
Back here at Talk of the Town from the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge. Before we get into segment number 2, do want to remind you to go and check out all past episodes of Talk of the Town. You can do that on YRP TV. That's our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to like Talk of the Town on Facebook as well. YRP TV, home of Talk of the Town. You can go back and you can watch the very first episode that was ever done to the very last one, and of course, all subsequent episodes after this one. Joining me right now in studio, I have representing NCAARD. I have Leisha Price as well as Charlotte Colley. Leisha, welcome to Talk of the Town.
Thank
Her
you.
first time on camera with us. Charlotte, hey, always a pleasure to see you as well.
Yeah.
All right, as I mentioned, NCAARD, Charlotte. It's an acronym I've heard a lot. Explain what it is.
So NCAARD is the new Concord Area Arts and Recreation District. Leisha Price is our new NCAARD director, so I'd love to have her give a little bit of information about what we've got going on in New Concord this summer.
Fantastic. Take it away, Leisha. It sounds to me like from what we were talking about off camera, very exciting stuff.
Yeah. So to give a little bit more background of what NCAARD actually is, we do a lot of arts and recreation program and development in the New Concord area. So lots of what our programming does is to inspire, engage, and educate other people. So lots of the different programs that we have, we work with Muskingum University, we work with the Village of New Concord as well as East Muskingum School Districts to put on lots of different programs there. And so summer programming has kind of flown by, but we still have a few other great programs coming up towards the end of the summer. So this Saturday we have a summer movie night program.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Yes, so that's going to be held at the New Concord area pool. And we're going to have like a Christmas and July themed. We're going to be showing The Grinch.
Fantastic. Hey, listen, there's never a wrong time for that movie.
Right.
Never a wrong time for Elf, never a wrong time for The Grinch.
Right. So that's this Saturday, and then our last movie is in August, and that is the 16th, which is a Friday, to make note of, and we're going to be showing Dumbo.
And that'll also be at the pool?
That is going to be at the Village Hall, so the green
space right next to Village Hall.
Okay.
It's going to be held there, so make note of that as well.
Absolutely. And I know in addition to the movies, you guys have had a lot of concerts throughout the season as well with Celebrate New Concord, Charlotte. One of the ones I was looking forward to was that 80s band.
Yes, that's tonight. 80s on board.
Tonight as in when we are
7
taping this.
Yes. So if you want to come to that, that's tonight at 7 p.m. On August 13th is our next concert. That is the Symphonic Winds. They're going to be a great concert. They always are to watch. And so far, so good, knock on wood, the weather has held. So this has been a really great year, really great concert series. We're looking forward to good weather in August for both of our concerts then. We've partnered with the Muskingum County Community Foundation because this series is completely patron supported by donations. We don't take any general fund money from the village to support the series and pay for the artists that come to perform. So we're always looking for new donors who are interested in supporting the series. So we're trying to branch out and get some more exposure that way.
Kind of like I always say about Boomerama, it's by the people for the people, and that's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
Same exact deal. You know, you and I were talking a little bit off camera, Charlotte, about a new canine fund that you have.
Yeah, we started the Canine Fund earlier this year, and this is for our police department to get a narcotics-specific canine to help out with traffic stops and education throughout the community. So right now we're in the fundraising portion of the program, trying to get enough funds to pay for the equipment, the vehicle, which is pretty expensive, the canine, and all the training involved for the canine. So we're almost there. We're very close. Again, we've partnered with the Muskingum County Community Foundation. We have a fund on their website to allow donors to make credit card donations, online donations, all those types of transfers and things like that. It makes it a little easier. But we're hoping that in the fall we'll reach our goal and be able to bring in a new canine and it will be a him, so have him ready to go. We don't know a name yet, but we're working on that.
Do you know where he is coming from?
We're not sure. We've got a couple different places, so we're just trying to get some costs and some good numbers together to determine where we're gonna who we're going to work with and how that's going to happen.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So getting back to your story, so you are the new director at NCAARD. Are you from the area originally?
Yes, so I grew up in New Concord. I went to the John Glenn High School there, and I graduated and went to a high university.
All right, fantastic. Yeah. You and I will talk off camera. Never ever go to Brew Week when it's 95 degrees out with 105
so I've been
heat
told.
index.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I did that this past Saturday. So you went to OU?
Yes.
And then what came after that?
So I graduated, and I have a Bachelor of Science in Recreation Management and a Communications as well as a business minor. And so that kind of led me into finding this position within the Village of New Concord. So I've been there since February.
Awesome.
So we're happy to have her.
Yeah.
So NCAARD does a lot during the summertime, as you just
Yes.
mentioned. You mentioned the fact that you've got the movie series. We've talked about some of the other things that you have going on. What about after summer's over? What can we anticipate from you throughout the other 3 seasons?
Sure. So we're looking towards fall programming right now, and I don't want to give away any secrets that are trying to.
You'll just have to come back and tell us about that.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. So if you want to ever get in touch with me, I have my email, which is ncard@newconcord-ohio.gov, and then you can also get a hold of me on my phone number, which is 740-291-7274.
All right. So some fall programming coming up. You were about to say something?
They have a website presence as well on the Village of New Concord's website, www.newconcord.org. .org or
-oh.gov.
I know. I don't even know our website. It's terrible. But you can. They're under our sponsored organizations link. So we've been trying to put all of our programs up there to make sure that they get that exposure as well. And just to add in, you can expand. We have adult recreation and exercise classes all throughout the year.
Yes, so we have pound classes and we have yoga classes, and those for more of adult, but kids are more than welcome to come as well. And then for more of the kids side, we have Generation Pound, which is ages 6 through 12, and we have one more date coming up in August, and that is at the New Concord pool.
So much happening with the Village of New Concord. NCAARD so active, probably as active as it's ever been. And from what Leisha has to say, it's probably only going to be even more active than it's ever been. Absolutely. Growth is a wonderful thing, and you're seeing it right in front of your own eyes right here. Leisha Price, hey, thank you again.
So much.
We look forward to having you back on come the fall. And talk more about some of the other things you got going on. Charlotte, hey, always a pleasure to see you as well. And hey, enjoy that 80s band tonight.
Absolutely.
We'll be back with more Talk of the Town. We've got my man Tim coming up right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Segment number trace of Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV. It's Jeremy, and listen, we talked with some folks from New Concord just a little bit ago. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to talk with another person from New Concord. Well, not originally from Vermont, but now here among us in New Concord. I have got my friend Tim Pollock. How you doing?
Good, great.
Good to have you on the show. And Tim, you are responsible for having started up the storytelling series.
Right.
And this is so exciting. Tell us more about it.
Well, we started it last year, and so this year we took a lot of recommendations from the community people that participated, and we're going to do it again this year on Sunday, September 1st. And we've got a whole bunch of things that we're running, and it's going to be great. It's going to start as early as 8:30, take us all the way into 8 o'clock at night. And it's all events are free to the public. We actually will be opening, it'll be in downtown in the park next to the library, and we'll open with yoga in the park at 8:30, and then worship in the park with one of our national storytellers, Kim Whitecamp. And then we're going to have bouncy houses, food trucks. We're going to have local musicians. We're going to have Barefoot McCoy at 2 o'clock.
Good one.
And then we will have a storytelling contest and a liar's contest. So if you've ever been caught in a fib but got in trouble for it, here we'll reward you for it. And then afterwards we'll have like an open mic that will for story and music. And then we'll have national storyteller Gary Buchanan. And the evening at 6 o'clock, then 7 o'clock, Kim Whitecamp. And then we've already got some local folks come in. We have a local Irish fiddler that'll be during the afternoon. And then we also have dance crew. We have got Dance Express coming in. And we will have a farmer's market and an arts fest all at the same time. So Story Fest, New Concord. It's being hosted primarily by the nonprofit I'm a part of, Big Fish Folk Life. Mm-hmm. And we have a website that's bigfishfolklife.org. And if you go there, you'll get updates of what's happening and how to be a part of the fun and participate in the Story Fest.
And despite the fact that you're from Vermont, it's big F-I-S-H, not P-H-I-S-H.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, just a very important
No, I used
note
to eat gravy fries and listen to Fish before they got started. They were students at UVM and they were playing locally, so yeah, I used to check them out.
True story.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we put gravy on our fries in Vermont. I don't know why.
Oh, I think it's a Canadian thing.
Yeah, we stole it from them.
You stole the poutine.
Right, exactly.
I got
what
you.
We do. That's what we do. we do.
Well, that sounds like it's awesome. And so tell us more about this national storyteller. Buchanan is the last name?
Well, we got two. So Gary Buchanan, he's down in West Virginia. He'll actually be performing at the Chillicothe Story Festival later that weekend. And I believe he's won the Virginia's Liars Contest. So he's really good at these Liars contests, and so he's going to help us out with that. And then following that is our national storyteller, Kim Whitecamp. She's lives in Mount Vernon, but she just got back from Sierra in California doing a festival out there, and she's always at the National Storytelling Festival, and so she does a great job, and she loves that we're local.
Yeah.
And so she'll come out and spend the day with us.
That's a big get for you.
Yeah. She came last year, and what we're learning is that the storytelling community is all about relationships. So once you know people and they get comfortable, she loved coming last year. She wanted to come back this year, and we love having her. And, stories are great. Stories are a way for us to get to know each other, share. And some other things that we're looking at, too, is that not just stories for entertainment, but we're looking at partnering with Intersections and the Addiction Coalition and maybe start bringing in stories of healing and recovery and because I think, there's a lot of division in the world, but if we can hear each other's stories, I think we can start listening to each other and start understanding each other. And that's our big hope with the Storytelling Festival.
Absolutely. And so you touch upon a point that I absolutely wanted to make, is that when we talk about storytelling, when you told me about storytelling, I was thinking, okay, somebody's going to be sitting there reading me Goodnight Moon.
Right.
That's just not what this is.
No. It's sharing stories, and it could be stories in song, poetry, dance, whatever it is. Just something that's happened to you that you've expressed.
Anecdotes,
exactly. And so the one-woman show my wife wrote, Rachel Pollock, she just got back from Washington, D.C. It's called Journey to Longnose, and it's a humorous take on all these family stories that she's heard about where she's from. And some of them are true, some of them we're not exactly sure, some of them are probably falsehoods. And when I tell people about the show, they always tell me, oh, I got to tell you about my crazy grandfather or my uncle. Or we all have these family stories, so it's a funny show that puts it all together. And once we get some local dates, we'll be updating it on our website to help promote the Story Fest and encourage people to participate and share their own stories.
And the fact that it really does encourage other people to tell their own stories. Yeah. We often hear so much that face-to-face communication, being able to sit down and have a conversation with somebody in person is a lost art. This kind of helps to keep that alive. We're not
Absolutely.
just texting each other. We're actually sharing stories, and we bounce off of one another. We feed off of one another.
Exactly.
It's a domino effect.
Yeah, and when you do it in front of people, you get that energy, and people are coming back in. And so I really want to emphasize that 3 o'clock at the Story Fest, that's when we will start having our storytelling contest. But if you don't want to be a part of the contest part, we have that open space of spoken word and storytelling, and we really want people to participate and be a part of it. And so go onto the website, find out more how you can participate, because we don't want to be the only ones sharing stories. We want everyone to share those stories with each other.
And we aren't sure exactly which date yet your wife is going to do her one-woman act here.
No, we just, like I said, just got back from DC last night, and we're looking at different venues and times, and we've had a lot of interest. She had a great review in the DC Metro, and so we've been sharing that. And so we've been getting a lot of interest in seeing the show here. So once we have more material, our information about that, we'll definitely be sharing that with folks.
And that's awesome. I did speech and debate back when I was in high school, and I was in the humorous interpretation category. And what you had to do was you had to take a cutting from a play or a book or whatever, and you had to act out all the different characters from that. So I love one man, one woman acts like that. That's going to be awesome to see.
My wife and I, that's kind of how we met. We met in theater, but we're also in speech and debate in college.
There you go.
So we've done a lot of that sort of impromptu sharing of story and seeing what you can get away with.
You and I are NFL alumni.
Yeah, we are.
National Forensics League.
That's right.
Remind people one more time. No PEDs needed for that one. Remind people one more time all the details about the when, the where, and all the other good stuff they need to know.
So downtown New Concord, September 1st, it's a Sunday, starting at 8:30 in the morning, going all the way through to 8 o'clock at night. And just go onto the website, bigfishfolklife.org. We have a page just for the Story Fest, and we'll be updating with all sorts of links of all the great acts that we're going to have.
And the contest, too. That'll be cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Who's judging the contest?
Well, we're talking to some local celebrities in New Concord. Last year we had the mayor, and we also had the president of Muskingum University. We've got some other folks that said that they'd be willing to do it. So,
local celebrity representative?
I know.
And you got one behind the camera, too.
Right. We might have to get you guys involved with this, too.
Hey, so you never know who you might see down there.
That's
Again,
right.
that is the Sunday of Labor Day weekend.
Right.
That's the best way to remember it. Well, I'll tell you what, Tim Pollock, I feel like we could talk more about this and about one man and one woman acts all we wanted to, but fact is we have a very limited amount of time. But we appreciate you coming up and talking, and hey, we'll have to have you back on the show sometime soon, especially when you know when your wife is going to be doing her one-woman act.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That'll be a cool thing. All right, so I guess that's segment number 3, so that means we got to come back and wrap this thing up right here on YRP-TV and Channel 1021.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys to teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Thanks again to all my awesome guests on this edition of Talk of the Town. From the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department, Valerie Frazier. Hey, if you've never been out to that festival, go check it out. You have your chance to plug yourself for free if you want to. If you have a business, you have that parade. That's a perfect way of going about that. And of course, bring the kids out. All kinds of fun stuff going on. And pretty soon, Valerie will know exactly who the Thursday act will be on the musical stage. Again, to Charlotte Colley and to Leisha Price from NCAARD telling us all about the stuff going on. Hey, Village of New Concord might be small, but it is mighty. And speaking of small but mighty in the Village of New Concord, Tim Pollock and that Storytelling Festival, that sounds like it is going to be off the hizzook. So go and check that one out as well. If you haven't been to the ABC Communications Facebook page, we're looking for some help. Yes, indeed. We are looking for some people to help us out during the sports season. Go to the ABC Communications Facebook page, find out what that position is all about. It is a paid position, I will tell you that much. Perfect little extra bit of side money for you. For our producer man, Mr. Adam Green, I am Jeremy Scott saying, have yourself a fantastic day, night, or otherwise.